Okay, so here's the KTM 450 EXC, 2007 model, last year of the RFS motors that KTM used to make, the racing 4-strokes. This is my lightweight adventure bike, or it's the lightweight adventure bike build. This bike basically, for the most part, came as is. I've done a few mods to it, but most of the actual adventure or lightweight adventure mods sort of already came with it, and I'll quickly cover it. The key differences between 525 EXC and this 450 EXC really is essentially the 450 is a lot snappier with throttle response. It lugs pretty well. The 525 has more bottom end, lugs better, probably more power on the top end, while this just accelerates a lot more. But I would say this is on par with the 500 EXC as far as luggability goes, while the 525 is better than both of these bikes. Now, the main difference between the 450 and a 525 EXC with the RFS motors, well, the bike's pretty much the same bike. It's meant to be just the cylinder and piston that's different. So conversion from a 450 to a 525 is just a new cylinder and piston, really, is my understanding. Maybe a new cam. But anyway, I'm not doing that. I decided against doing that. I recently refreshed the top end. I think it was 330 hours. Yeah, the bike's been bulletproof. I recently, about 2.5 months ago, we went down, we did 1100 Ks, 5-day trip down across the Highlands. So where did we go? We went through Cola, through some mountain roads to Mansfield. Then we did a 3-day rally there, and then came back through Nuji. And yeah, the bike was bulletproof. We did an oil change after that. Probably still had another 500 to 800 Ks left on the oil from the looks of things. And it did everything. It did highway, twisties, all kinds of sealed roads, all kind of dirt roads, thick mud, single track, the whole package. It just did it all. 5 days, no issues. It was brilliant. Now, what mods have been done on this bike? So, just quickly, this bike came with heated grips. I haven't used it. There's the quad lock. I got the these Temu knockoff adventure bike mirrors, and look, it's got a USB charger. It came with that. It came with the Safari tank, and the big one that it came with was an oil cooler, which I have on the 525. This one came with it. I pretty much got my mechanic to put a similar setup on my 525. Now, as far as hello dogs, as far as the things I've done on it, well, it's actually quite similar to what I've done on the 525. So, mock sprocket, Cushub mock sprocket. There's the Dirtrix dome washer. It seems to be an issue with the domes causing leaks. So the Dirtrix one's meant to be, the best of the best. I've got the same high output stator put in into the 450 as the 525. It's been bulletproof. The other thing is the B&B bash plate. So that's been put on there as well, and really just the quad lock and everything like that. The bike also came with this screen and the lights. I haven't changed anything. They've changed the front fender as well. It is an improvement over the one I've got on the 525, but that came with the bike. It's probably due for a wash, to be perfectly frank. These bikes come with the kickstart. They're carbureted bikes. Other thing this bike came with was the Topline comfort seat. Now, Topline's a company based in Seaford, Melbourne. A dude called Mario runs it. They're a third of the price of the seat concept seats, and it's just a no-brainer. I love that seat. I can go hours on it, no problems. The seat on the 500 EXC, which is now gone, was the same story. It was, I think, $220 to do. Yeah, Mario's absolute champion. So there's that. I get about over 300 Ks on a tank on this. As far as known issues, so look, the RFS bikes have their weak points. I've been through it with the 525, but they're very similar here. The counter shafts, the water pumps are a thing that do go and need replacement. The slave cylinders do wear out. Either you need to rebuild them, or Oberon do a new slave cylinder that is actually better. It's a clutch slave cylinder that's actually better than the OEM one set up by KTM. That's about $250. But look, outside of that, with this bike, I got the top and bottom end rebuilt. I believe I'm the third or fourth owner. This is done the previous owner. So I got this at about 180 hours, 8,000 Ks. I believe it's on 14,000 now. Yeah, rebuilt top and bottom end at 320 hours, I think. And look, I didn't need to. I could have pushed it another, the piston and the bottom end would have been fine for another 100 hours, but just thought I'd get it done. And yeah, it's been a bit more, it's been fine. The bike's been bulletproof again. I've been doing heaps of riding on it. I do lots of like 300k days on it and back. As I said, I did the long 5-day trip as well. But I probably wouldn't want to take this bike for like a 2-month ride. It could do it, a 2-month trip. I'll just be doing oil changes. So the oil changes again, just like the 525 with the oil cooler, push it out to 2000. Generally I'm changing it around. Yeah. If I'm using it just like, hello Remy, that's my other sausage dog. If I'm pushing it out to, if I'm doing 300k days, and I'll go to 1500 easy. But continuous riding, yeah, again, it could do 2000. I don't think that would be an issue at all. And yeah, look, that's the 450 EXC. I love this bike as well. I will never be selling it. I will keep riding it for as long as possible, and as long as parts are available for it. Not that it really needs that much done to it at this point. Just it's the only reason I love the 525 a bit more is because it just lugs a little bit better, which suits my style of riding. If someone, recommendations wise, look, if someone's actually going to be looking at a 525 or a 450, the 525 is probably, while it's more powerful, it's probably more beginner friendly in some ways. It's very it's a gentle giant, and basically throttle control, this is a lot snappier. You really need to pay attention to what you're doing throttle wise. I've had friends jump on the 525. I generally keep them off this, just because, yeah, if they're used to a 250 and stuff like that, this can kick them off if they're not careful. But it's still pretty mild compared to a modern day 450 with fuel injection and all that sort of guff. So yeah, again, that's the 450 EXC 2007, last of the RFS motors. Thanks for watching. I'll put a list up of the stuff I've put on this bike, and all the mods to make it a lightweight adventure bike for the most part. And look, thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. See ya.